Hello and welcome to my short video on seated Tai Chi. My name is Matt. I'm here today to give you a couple of moves with regards to seated Tai Chi. But first things first, let's make sure that we've got a good seated position. We come slightly forwards in the chair, making sure that we're still seated nicely. We want the knees and the feet to be in alignment, and we would like to have a nice straight back if possible. Hands then by side. We bring the arms up nice and slowly, level with the shoulders, draw the hands into the body, and then we push hands down to side. The arms come up nice and slow, draw back, and we push down. Once more, the arms come up nice and slow, draw back and push down. Okay, so now moving on to the second move. This move is known as stroking the sparrow's tail. So from here, where we're seated on the chair, toes pointing straight ahead, hands down by side. First thing to do is to bring the arm up to side and then draw the hand round. One hand on top, one hand underneath. From here, both hands move, stroking the sparrow's tail and then bringing hands back to make a circle. Straight into stroking the sparrow's tail for the second time, bringing the hands back to make the circle. That's stroking the sparrow's tail. So the next step is called wide step and look in mirror. So we do a step forwards, we open the hand out to look in the mirror. So I'm looking into the palm of the hand, which is the mirror. The other hand is turned over with the palm facing at the floor, tips of the fingers pointing at the elbow. So that is wide step and look in mirror. So after looking in the mirror, we move on to the move known as the spokes of the wheel. For this, we step backwards, hands come down to side. First thing we do is one hand comes up to side, the other hand comes up to chest. We then drop the elbow as the hand comes back into the shoulder. The hand then pushes, we push, push, push. The hand behind comes over the top, hands are crossed. Hands then uncross, we draw the hands back and then we push open the gate. That is the move known as the spokes of the wheel. We move on to the bird's beak and the single whip. For this we do the bird's beak where we bring the tips of the fingers together. We bring the beak, which is to the side here, and then we step forwards. This is known as the bird's beak, and then the hand comes forward like so as the single whip. This move is known as the bird's beak and single whip. Okay, so we've just gone through 5 moves from seated Tai Chi. I'm going to put them together now into a sequence, so hopefully you can join along with me. So let's get started. So the position, nicely seated in the chair, feet flat on the floor, hands nice and loose by side. We get started with the hands coming up nice and slowly. The hands draw back and then we push down. We then bring hand up to side as the hand comes round, one hand on top, one hand underneath, and we stroke the sparrow's tail and circle. Stroke the sparrow's tail for the second time and circle, and then step forwards to look in the mirror. Step backwards, hands come down, one hand comes to side, the other hand comes to chest. We drop the elbow for the spokes of the wheel. The hand then comes over the top. We're crossed, uncrossed, draw hands back, and then we push open the gate. Hands come down, slowly making a bird's beak to the side, stepping forwards and finishing with the bird's beak and the single whip. Thank you very much for joining me today. For more videos, please look back again soon. Thank you and goodbye.